Good day. Today we are going to do production design daycare. Our product today was the daycare/learning center. Our group members are Gina Galauta, myself, Gina Galauta, Giselle Mark, Jemima McLean, Kinder Rivelak, Micaldo King, and Mr. Nigel Thomas. Our introduction to this product design illustrates that what we think is the best opportunity to solving our student problem in school. Because as we realized from our research, we discovered a lot of students were parents and they were having a long time opportunity, having a slight problem getting to class on time and doing the various work and keeping up with their schoolwork. Our SWOT, we found this problem, we found within our SWOT analysis, we've been developing in creating this thing, in creating this product or service, we've found the strengths in it would have been the convenience and the availability. The weakness would have been the cost, the location, the feasibility of it. We had the opportunities would be the branches. The school will be able to open centers like this in other branches of the schools or the other branches they have. And the threats would have been the other people, the community centers, the church groups, daycare centers, private evening classes, and some of relatives. In some cases, for some people, our relatives. Service, our idea between the service is a perishable and the members would not get a refund if the facility is not utilized in a specific time frame. Once used, the service cannot be returned. The revenue is highly based on the usage of clients, participation, and depends on perceived benefits. Service cannot be made in advance. To strengthen our heading, concept and development was to strengthen our idea, to fully investigate our idea, to ensure that it's worthwhile. We did additional research. This included observing market trends, competition, and a determination of the necessary components needed to equip a learning center. Our questionnaire was designed based on observations, experiences, because we all attended students who had to bring their child to school, and in some cases it was very disruptive, and they had no choice in the matter but to do so. Our target population, as we were saying, was target population is about the people were the student body who attended COSTAT, and that way, and we facilitated them by acquiring someone because we wanted someone to be looking after their kids while they were in class. The sampling methods we used were the homogeneous sampling and the snowball sampling. Sample size, at the point we used 25 participants. Most of them obviously were female because we realized most of the student population who had this problem were females. Okay, we had 1 or 2 males, but the majority of them were females. Our competitions covered was the community center, church groups, daycare centers, private evening classes, and relatives. Survey results, 25 surveys were administered. 3, as we indicated before, we did use males. We used 3 males and 22 females. 38% were between the ages of 26 to 35 years old. 33% were between 18 to 25 years old. 25% between ages of 26 to 35, and 4% between the ages of 36 to 45. None of the respondents belonged to the 46 years and over age group. 83% were full-time students and 17 were part-time students. 84% would appreciate a learning center on the campus. 16% stated that they did not need it. 40% respondents would appreciate location as a major aspect of the learning center, while 32% of the respondents prefer accessibility and 28% preferred price. Survey analysis, 90% of the respondents stated that they have children who are between the ages of 2 to 13 years of age, and the other 10% have children who are 14 years and over. The service listed in the survey received a lot of responses geared towards supervision. Few wanted play areas, sport and activities in the majority, while storytelling and meals were not a real necessity for the parents. In the details of the center, the child care and content were most favored, so that we will take into consideration implementing such details into the final result.
As we look at the House of Quality, we look at what the parents who will be partaking in these facilities would want. Each parent would like, when they enter, to see basic necessities being met. Firstly, their time being convenient to them around the class time at 5 to 8. So these were the listing of what the customer would want. Teachers are patient and friendly. Teachers who take their time to ensure the children understand and know what they are doing. Smiling faces are displayed and love are being embraced without the children. Cost efficient and feasibility. The center are not too expensive and the center itself understands the needs of the parent and country's economic downturn. Time flexibility. The hours of the Learning Center again are within their class time and able to flex in case of lap over in class time. Adequate number of teachers. More than enough teachers to ensure that each child get the individual attention that they need. General atmosphere of the Learning Center is nice and clean. The center itself is kept to world-class standard and follow the OSHA Act to prevent any harm, and each teacher is able to accommodate any natural disaster. Child is able to have bathroom and snack break with supervision, so therefore there is someone available to carry the child to the bathroom if they are not able to do it themselves. The House of Quality Analysis looked at the technicality in-house. We looked at the child's safety. The equipments are available and signage are within the required guidelines of the OSHA policy. Each teacher knows and understands their role in ensuring policies are followed and what to do in any form of natural disaster. Qualified teachers. Teachers at the Learning Center will be required to have high school diplomas for entry-level associate or bachelor's degree in early childhood development. Teachers' attitude towards the children. Each child within the Learning Center will be given individual attention, both academically and special need in the areas of fun activity. The general atmosphere again of the Learning Center, a relaxed atmosphere by evidence, wholesome and purposeful activity that will engage the child and get the best result out of them. Have enough resources and equipment. With the finances that we obtain, we intend to upgrade all equipments throughout the period of time, so therefore the Learning Center will be fully equipped and ready for any child that decides to enter. House of Quality, as we continue, the relationship matrix, which is the body and the result. Within the body, it was shown that time flexibility, cost efficient and feasibility had the way in, which implies that parents were seeking learning centers that were cost less and within the time frame. Time flexibility to the 4.6 and efficiency being to the 4.6 as follows. Teachers are patient, adequate numbers of teachers, general atmosphere of the learning center and bathroom breaks. In the correlation matrix, the learning center within the learning center, it showed a positive correlation between child safety and the rest of the house, which means parents were concerned even if they were getting time, flexibility, and cost efficient to ensure that their child was safe. The negative relationship were between teachers towards the child, the hygiene of the cleanliness of the learning center, and having enough resources. As we go in the product strategy, what we look at, the whole idea was developed around creating a center to bring parents who weren't able to come to school because of their child and the supervision at the wrong that time. We decided to develop this strategy. The aim is to assist the working body, whether full-time or part-time, students whom are parents to be able to manage both school and parenting. This will allow them to avoid missing any or none of their classes, keep up on their assignments, and maintain a healthy GPA. The product concept. The Custard Daycare Learning Center is every parent's solution to balancing a daily task. The facility would provide a fun, safe learning environment for children while parents are engaged in their 3-hour session. The activity, again, will be fun, learning games, homework supervision, revision if individuals have from their relevant school, qualified and licensed daycare attendants to look after their toddlers, and many more. This would benefit both parent and child because the learning center effective and efficient service. Having a center such as this, which is reliable and accessible, can surely make a difference in the student lives, from successfully obtaining a degree and barely getting by. In conclusion, the Custard Daycare and Learning Center would be a wonderful asset to both the school and student body of Custard. We believe that when the students are comfortable and have a peace of mind, they will and can produce the best possible work for them, since they will be able to focus more in their various classes, keep up with their assignment, most important, maintain a healthy GPA. By having the center, Custard is showing that it is taking their parent-student population into consideration and has their best interests and well-being in mind. When the students do well, the school does well. Custard might even be raising the bar for other educational institutions because can be a deciding factor for new students. These are our references that we'll utilize to gather our information and conclude our analysis. Thank you again for your time. Hope this was most informative and the idea and concept was met.